The new Warzone is trash. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking all about the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 as well as Warzone, and seeing kind of the good things and bad things that we're looking forward to in the next edition. So before we get into specifics about Warzone, let's talk about something that we already know. So the past 2 weekends, the player base were lucky enough to try out the beta of the multiplayer of Call of Duty. So it was, I think, the PlayStation or something last week, and then we've got PC, Xbox, and everyone basically on this weekend. And I have to be honest, I'm quite impressed. The graphics look amazing and everything just looks great. The guns, the models, you know, the environment when you load in, it just all feels very smooth and like polished out compared to the last one. Definitely looks like they put the time in to get those details right. You can see videos from people like Jack Frags testing out things on water, and yeah, it just looks great. They really put the work in to make things as realistic as possible. Obviously, the slide cancel is gone. I know. Don't be sad, I know. But yeah, I think it's obviously something that was never realistic to be in the game, and it definitely kind of levels out the playing field in terms of movement for new players especially, because it does take a bit getting used to and learning that slide cancel move. So I think getting rid of it's not the end of the world. People obviously miss it, but yeah, definitely makes it more realistic. There is the new dolphin dive that we've seen. Personally, I haven't really been using it that much. I kind of forgot it's there, and also watching kind of other players, I don't see them using it that much, as you know, when you're actually doing the dolphin dive, you can't shoot mid-air, you can only shoot when you land, and by the time you kind of reach the point of shooting, you're already dead if you're using it, pretty much, if you try to like peek an enemy with it. So yeah, haven't really been using it, haven't really seen people using it, but yeah, maybe someone will find a meta and yeah, it will be the new slide cancel, but who knows, we'll see. So in terms of gameplay and the kind of different modes, so obviously I was never a Call of Duty player, so I spent most of my days playing CSGO back in the day. So this is kind of the first Call of Duty I'll probably really get involved with. I've been enjoying the modes. I've mostly been playing kind of search and destroy, hardpoint, hostage rescue, stuff like that, because it kind of has that CSGO feel, I guess. Been enjoying those modes. Yeah, it just feels like nice quick games just to get into the flow of things, which I think what multiplayer in Call of Duty should be about. Wasn't too big of a fan of the kind of the big scale game modes with like 30 plus players, so the ground war and invasion wasn't really my vibe. I felt like some of the games just kind of didn't really see the point, like the end of objective, instead of just like getting kills. So I might as well just play a different game mode. And also in those big scale, you can like literally just get a vehicle and just camp the enemy spawn and just kill the bots and just get points to win. And yeah, for some games I just felt like I was being spawn camped, and you know, with the weapons you don't really get that kind of long range or mid range capability, so it's always like close range. But yeah, it is what it is, you know, there's definitely something for everyone. That was in my boat, but I think overall the modes are great, and it's a nice balance of different things to try out with your friends. The kind of shooting and movement, as I said, it feels great, it looks great, you know, it does feel very satisfying to get kills. And yeah, kind of moving that onto Warzone, I think yeah, it will be kind of the same experience. And yeah, the only thing I have an issue with, I think it's the shotgun. It's kind of feels a bit OP right now, so it's a one shot kill to the head. So there are moments where if you're in like a close range area, which most of the maps are, where you play 6v6, it can get a bit annoying when one guy just like triple kills you with a shotgun whilst you're peeking around corners. So that's only the one thing I have an issue with in terms of guns there. But yeah, might be nerfed, it's not the end of the world. It is a shotgun at the end of the day. So, but I think most importantly, over the weekend, you know, kind of playing multiplayer with my friends, we had fun and we played for hours on end. Yeah, it was enjoyable, and I think this is a game, so I think fun is the #1 priority there. So yeah, it was definitely a good experience, kind of being able to level up your guns. The new menu for the gunsmith looks really nice, and yeah, the whole game just looks refurbished, and yeah, just looking forward to getting it and giving it a crack. So some of the kind of not so good things, I guess, I have to say I don't really have much bad things to say about the multiplayer. You know, it was a really engaging and enjoyable experience throughout the weekend. One thing that pissed me off was the grenades, like the Sentex and the drill frag grenade. Just seems like that they are a bit OP. Like there's been games where I've been killed by those grenades more than I've actually been killed by people shooting me, which is a bit odd. You know, when they throw, you get a warning, but just, I don't know, I don't really like get the feeling that I know where the nade is. I don't know if that's just me, but I just don't feel like there's also enough time to get away. And throwing a nade and you're standing next to anyone, you can easily get like a triple kill with the Sentex or something. And yeah, it just feels a bit OP for me there. And also the drill charge being able to explode through walls does feel a bit odd. Would like to see that nerfed a little bit. Obviously it is realistic, like if you get a nade to your head, you're dead, right? But at least like leave me a slimmer of health, you know, please. So I can at least, you know, a medical syringe, get my health back, and, you know, try play something, or at least try to get away from the person who threw it. Obviously it's difficult to say how that would translate to Warzone. Hopefully it's not. Obviously if you get stuck with a Sentex, you're down, right? You've got game over. But, you know, if it lands near you and you take a bit of damage, hopefully it doesn't like down you straight away. You just get rid of your plates or something like that. Kind of how it is now. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't translate from multiplayer to Warzone in that sense. And yeah, apart from that, you know, as I said, the shotgun just does feel a bit OP right now, but in Warzone it's more of an open map, so I don't see that being a big problem in the long term. I mean, using the shotgun myself, it is very satisfying to get like triple kills when people just come around corners, so I have to say it is satisfying, but, you know, should probably be nerfed. But yeah, apart from that, the multiplayer was a very enjoyable experience, and yeah, don't have much bad to say about it, to be honest. Right, now moving on to the juicy stuff, Warzone 2.0. So I have to say, I am a bit worried about the new Warzone. You know, watching the alpha live stream where the streamers were playing kind of Warzone for the first time, yeah, it just got me thinking how much they've redefined Warzone is. My main biggest issue, I think, firstly, is the looting system. So obviously in the old one, we had, you just open up a chest and things come out and just kind of float, so you can see and then pick up what you want, basically. And the same with loot on the ground, so it was kind of easy accessible, and it just didn't really slow you down. You just got to run past it and you pick it up. Now what they've done is, you see a chest, you go over it, open it, and then you get a little box showing you what's inside, and you click what you want. And that's not ideal. It's definitely not. For me, just watching it, it just kind of slowed the whole pace of the game down, and I got real PUBG or kind of Fortnite vibes. And I think there's a reason Warzone is more popular than these games at the moment. Well, as well as the loot kind of being on the ground, you can't really see it, to be honest. And yeah, it's just not ideal. I think for me, someone who likes, you know, quick gameplay, so get guns and then just like rush people straight away, this just like slows down the whole dynamic of the game. And I think one of the reasons people play this game is for this fast-paced nature where you can just get in. The main focus of the game isn't looting, it's, you know, to get your guns and to go, you know, fuck some people up, basically. And that's what makes it fun. And I think this dynamic just slows everything down, and it's just, yeah, not ideal. And, you know, you may think it's just a few extra seconds of, well, I just open a box and then select what I want, but, you know, if you do that over the whole game, trying to get a good gun and money and stuff like that, it really adds up. And I'm just really worried that I'll definitely not enjoy that, and I think some other people have said the same. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens and see if they change that, hopefully. And I think that's, again, one of the reasons I never got into PUBG or Fortnite, stuff like that, because, you know, Warzone is unique in this nature that you're able to get into fights quickly. Yeah, just be able to actually, you know, play the game how it's, you know, the main reason why people play it, to get into those fights. Kind of looting system loses the uniqueness of the game a little bit, and yeah, just not sure about that one. And that's my main basically issue with the new Warzone at the moment. So I think they're just trying to make COD, Call of Duty Warzone, something that it isn't. Like, it's not your classical battle royale game. It has that unique COD spin on it, and I think that's why it gets those millions of players around the world playing the game, you know, every single day. So the next thing is the gulag. So I've had different opinions on that. I personally don't mind kind of teaming up with a random enemy to have like a 2v2 gulag. I think that's quite cool. I think I would want kind of a mix, so like 2v2 and then sometimes you go in by yourself. I think that would be nice, just to have that variety as well. It can definitely lead to some cool clips, you know, partnering up with the enemy to clutch you up if you die early. But I think that one thing they need to take out from gulag and the main map itself is the AI. I do not need some buffed up AI shooting me in the gulag whilst I'm trying to kill the enemy team, you know. Gulag is meant to be a test of skill, like 1v1 or 2v2. Like if you're better than the enemy, you get out, right? Someone shoots you up and you're on slim of health and the bots finish you off. I think that's the most frustrating thing ever. The Gulag just seems too big as well, like you just seem to be running around more than actually seeing the enemy. And yeah, it's just not ideal. They took out the flag, and now what happens is if you kill the bot, you get a little key and then you can head out to one of the doors and they will like kind of respawn you. Yeah, I don't think that's what the Gulag should be about. And yeah, you have to pick up weapons as well. I think that's kind of dead. Like just spawn me with a weapon and the enemy and then let us have a gunfight to see who gets to get out of the Gulag, you know. I think that's what Gulag's about. Test your skill under pressure to get back to your team, and yeah, they definitely need to fix that up. So another controversial one is the loadouts. So obviously there's no loadouts anymore. So now you're basically saving up to buy weapons from the shop, where I think you can also buy attachments or something like that. From the gameplay, it seemed like the guns were really expensive, so you're kind of looting for what, like 5 minutes, and then you can only get like one assault rifle. And yeah, if you obviously want 2 guns, it's going to be even more expensive. Getting a UAV ammo box, stuff like that, it just seems like a lot of looting, and I don't want the game to be a looting simulator. Obviously the loadouts, taking them out, what that will do is basically kind of level up the playing field, because what happens now is basically you land in, all you do is look for money so you can get your loadout, and then you can go fry some people up, right? And you don't really, it kind of takes away the magic of like opening a chest and getting like a gold gun. I think, yeah, linking that to the even looting system, like if I open the chest, I'm not going to see unless I hover over it or something if it's like a rare weapon, but having the excitement of opening up a chest and like a gold gun comes out, or like a satchel, just the best feeling ever. And yeah, taking out the loadouts will definitely level up the playing field, so you have to use those round guns more. And get used to that. I think just like having to loot for that amount of time just to get like one gun, it's just, yeah, it just seems a bit odd. And again, just takes away from the idea of actually fighting people and more just like having a looting simulator. I guess I do see where they're coming from, because the loadout, what's kind of become is that everybody has the same loadout, and what happens is with each new season of Warzone, you have like, you know, you have your meta. So right now you've got the Armor Guerrero, the PPSH, stuff like that you see everybody using. And for people that say you work like all day and you don't have time to kind of jump on the meta and level up your guns quickly enough, you come home and you jump on with the boys, and then you get killed by some 12-year-old who's, you know, buffed up their hipfire PPSH, and I think that's just, yeah, really annoying for those people who don't have time to level up their guns. We'll see what happens. We definitely have to give it a go first to see how playable it is, to see if it's enjoyable. I guess, yeah, we will be able to still buy our loadout guns. How expensive they are will be hard to say, but yeah, that's basically it. For me, it is very satisfying to be able to get my loadout, and when I get it, it's kind of, yeah, like, yeah, now I'm in the zone ready to fry up some people. So yeah, we'll see about that. So yeah, overall, I am a bit worried that Warzone is not going to feel like the original game, where you were able to have a chilled, fun and relaxed evening with the boys, kind of what we had at the start of lockdown. That fast dynamic nature of, even if you die, you know, you can still like get revived. Having that quick pace of being able to loot quickly, you know, get your teammates back, I feel like Warzone's losing that a little bit. So yeah, I don't know, I hope it doesn't kind of stay, because if it does, it'll become that boring PUBG or Fortnite where you're just running around looking for money and then you get sniped across the map, and yeah, it just doesn't really seem worth it. The map is really big, so hopefully if it's filled with players it won't be that dead, but again, we'll see. On the live stream there was like 120 people and the map did look a bit empty, so yeah, I'm a bit worried that the game will kind of slow down and take a step back in that regard. I mean, I'll play it anyway, obviously, see what it's like together with the boys in like a month's time, I think, so like start of November it comes out. But yeah, I'm a bit worried. I hope they take into all the feedback from their COD partners and, you know, the general player base that are playing Warzone and testing it out, just to bring that speed up back to Warzone. I'm definitely excited for the new map. It does look great, and like new weapons. The vehicles look sick as well. So you've got the Hummer or something, the new kind of electric car. You've got the big helicopter, which looks sick, where you can walk around. So yeah, there's definitely things to be excited about, but if you don't get the core gameplay right, the things that people do, you know, as soon as they land, so, you know, get the looting specifically, because that's, I guess, arguably stuff you do most of the time in Warzone. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But right now I am a bit worried, so hopefully the new Warzone isn't trash. Yeah, so overall I am a bit worried, but hopefully it's going to turn out alright. So yeah, I think definitely Warzone has potential, but I just hope they don't change what makes Warzone Warzone. But anyway, that's enough from me. Let me know if you agree with any of my points in the comments. Let me know what you think about the new Warzone and what you're looking forward to and what you're worried about too. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!